Should I? 25. Tell my friend her comments on my social media makes my GF. 24. Jealous? I have a friend from my hometown who I know is in a happy, committed relationship. We go way back and she's older, so she's often referred to me as being like a little brother to her. She's really affectionate and leaves really big compliments. Whenever I post on IG and other socials they're kinda over the top, but that's just her personality. She does that with everyone. The other day, she left a really over the top compliment on one of my photos. My girlfriend saw and made a joke about it, and I joked back later. She confessed she felt really jealous to see another woman complimenting me like that, but she felt really bad about her negative feelings. She doesn't want me to stop being friends with her. She even told me it's only right that people compliment you because you're the best person I know. She didn't blame me or ask me to change any behavior. She just shared why the comment got her feeling bad. We spoke about it and I assured her that there's nothing going on and even shared some info and showed her messages between us. I offered. She didn't request. She felt a lot better and apologized. However, I'm sure my childhood friend will do this again. Should I tell my friend anything? Would that be wrong or signal some sort of red flag to my loved ones? What's the right thing to do? TL. Doctor, should I tell my childhood friend that her lavish compliments make my girlfriend feel jealous? Now for the comments. Info. What does over the top mean? Examples. My friend told me a similar situation to this. I told him it's just jealousy with his GF. I was curious and pulled up the comments on his IG. It was stuff like, remember that one time in the back of your car, I would rip into you so fast. He looks better without clothes. I told him immediately his GF has a point and he needs to tell this girl to cool it. Context kinda matters. Yikes. Those comments are pretty incriminating. Yeah, agreed. Those are way over the top. Like, bro, my mom follows me too. Mayo. I'd say that girl was into him and making it very public, almost as if she sees the guy as hers and not his GF's. It is very obvious flirting with no regard for the GF. She doesn't see herself as a friend because that is not what friends do. And on the internet forever. Yeah, if it's like this then definitely, but there's no reason to out your GF. Just tell her they're not appropriate anymore. That's not over the top though, and it's not a compliment, that's flirting. Agreed, this is pretty important info. I mean, if OP is describing it as over the top then isn't that it's off sort or admitting that the comment was too far and even he understood that? IDK. The comments are not as explicitly sexual as that. I think that's pretty obviously intense. LMAO, her comments are like LMAO IDK, how to say this W/O sounding like a total shat, calling me an Adonis, giving me compliments, or tons of clapping, and heart eye emojis. Nothing as explicit as insinuating she wants to fuck me or anything, but I could see why a stranger would think she's being flirty. Another info. Do you think if you posted a pic of you and your GF, she'd be like OMG the perfect couple #COUPLEGOALS, or she'd just not comment on that one? This is a really good question. Would heart eye emojis also be used? Asking the important questions. Haha, yep, definitely. Also, happy cake day. This is a good point too. At this stage I probably compliment my best friend's wife on her photos more than I compliment his. I might leave a comment on a photo of him saying looking so classy and handsome, or even Jim you are so damn cool, but I'm even more apt to comment on a photo of his wife with you are so frickin' gorgeous, or next time I see you, you have to show me where you get your dresses, etc. You're a good person. It's a good thing to do with friends so's in general. People have different histories, a lot us were cheated on. It's great to reassure people we care about and people they care about that we want to be friendly and respect each other's boundaries. I often become chattier with my guy friends' wives than them themselves anyway, half the time. His wife genuinely is gorgeous and I love her and I love hanging out with her. I really want to be friends with my friends' girlfriends. I love having more friends, the more the merrier, and I would never want someone to feel awkward or left out or uncertain just because I've known their boyfriend/husband for more years than they have. It's too easy to make someone feel like an outsider, been there myself, and I hate it. I want everyone to feel included and loved and pulled into the friendship circle as an independent friend in their own right. Does that make sense? I do the exact same. So much that I end up being closer to my friend's wife or GFS. Same here. I've had a couple of breakups, either on my end or theirs, where I ended up keeping the female friend and the guy just kind of drifted off. Man, life is so much simpler when you don't interact with Facebook. I'm an immigrant. None of my family or 99% of my friends live on the same continent as I do. I have to either keep up via social media or just give up all my relationships and main support system. I'll take the perils of Facebook over never talking to anyone anymore. Same. None of my family live on the same continent as me, and I really dislike having to use Facebook, and I barely interact with it, but if I don't use it to have a browse, I'll completely miss out on my parents' lives. Point taken. It's definitely easier when you live locally. I have plans to move away from my locale in due time, so I'm sure I'll be there someday too. No disrespect. No worries, just pointing out that social media is a necessity for a lot of us, not a frivolous pastime. I personally don't even like being on Facebook all that much, but I'll log in a few times a week because I'd very much like to keep my friends. I'm friends with a guy I've known 15 years now. We had a brief flirty sending pics kinda thing about 10 years ago, and I like to compliment his pics, but I always make sure to also compliment his GF too to make it clear to her that despite our ancient flirtation, my compliments are just that. Also, they are super cute together, and she's very pretty. She actually has. She likes all our posts, has called us cute, and commented before that we always look really happy together, and she's liked my girlfriend's posts where she tags me. They don't have each other on IG, but maybe that'd be a good idea so they can become more familiar. I'll give it a good think. I always find it reassuring to get to know my partner's friends, male and female. Makes sense if you're sharing your life with each other anyway. Also, if Ops GF were to start writing the same things as his friend does on another guy in a relationship's photo, would he see that as flirty/inappropriate? I don't need sleep. I need answers for this one. This is a good point. My husband has a girl from school that always comment on his picture/post when he is by himself or about him personally. Anything with me included, no comments, likes, etc. But I find that more girls in general comment on him individually. That's weird and disrespectful. You are married, and it seems like some girls go out of their way to only comment or like a picture when it's solo. I like and comment on both. Purposely on the ones that are taken with a wife/girlfriend. Excellent point. I used to have a friend who ended up having such a gross crush on me. He hated my boyfriend to the point of slandering him to mutual friends when I wasn't around. He'd only comment or like things I posted that didn't include my BF. I caught on quick and asked him WTF his deal was. He played dumb at first, but it escalated to the point of me blocking him and threatening to call the police for slander. I know this isn't closely related to Op's situation, but I'm trying to somewhat offer perspective. He and his so could get dressed up super fancy and take some ultra romantic selfies. Post your favorite and then see what happens. It's a fun date idea and an interesting litmus test. This is a really good point. I make an extra effort to compliment my male coworkers' wives that I'm friends with. I'm married myself, but I want them to know they're awesome. They genuinely are, and that I care about them. Great idea. If Op posted a couple picture and he friend commented similarly complimenting them as a couple, that might alleviate the girlfriend's jealousy. I obviously wasn't there when you spoke to your GF, nor do I know your relationship with your friend, so of course only consider the pieces of this info that would apply to you. But I could see why a stranger would think she's being flirty, so this is kind of what would rub me the wrong way if I was your GF. Sometimes it's not 100% about the intent, that is you saying your friend sees you as a brother and the comments aren't overtly sexual, as much as it's about respect. I would find it disrespectful if my boyfriend accepted over the top, flirty compliments from another woman. It would embarrass me if my friends and family saw that on his social media, and it would just make me uncomfortable that anyone could see that and think something is going on. You're the one with all the context, so it's up to you to decide how you would feel if the roles were reversed and an older man left comments on your GF's posts about her being an Aphrodite or whatever. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for more videos. Also like the video if you enjoy it.